Here is our flying picket. If you've not seen him on his bike, you've missed something. With the official picket sign on front of the bike, been running around tirelessly for the last 4 weeks, if not more. It's been an absolute inspiration. Been working really hard. I don't know how you managed to keep going, but you have, and here you are. I got a few words to say about a document. It's a document that you all know very well. Chris is holding it up here next to me. I'm sure you all read it religiously. It's called The Way Forward. Actually, I want to do a little assessment exercise to see how we have done over the last 4 weeks to measure up to the core values set out in this document, which affects our lives so much. One of these values is institutional autonomy. We are, it says, committed to accountable autonomy within and for the institution as a whole. Now, 4 weeks ago, staring down the prospect of a long strike, a hard strike, I didn't, if I'm honest, think we'd still be out here today. How wrong I was. The last 4 weeks, with our autonomy, with our grassroots-led, our participatory, collective action, we have won big concessions from our employers, locally and nationally. Give yourselves a big round of applause. But more than that, with our creativity, with our autonomous spirit of self-help and mutual aid, with our teach-outs, with our walkouts, with our songs, with our rallies, we have reclaimed the institution of the university. We have recreated the institution of the university. And with our democracy, with our resolve, with our campaigning, we have made it more accountable. We have made it accountable to staff. We have made it accountable to workers. You also, in The Way Forward, read about freedom of inquiry and a commitment to curiosity-driven investigation with practical applications. When I read that, I think of the hugely impressive work, the evidence-based critique of our colleagues like Professor Wong, like Dr. Wong, like Professor Was, whose research has been so important to showing up our opponents in this dispute, to paraphrase the great Nibelung, either insincere or stupid, either dishonest or negligent. Now that is research with a practical application. That is an impact narrative we can all get behind. The Way Forward also commits us to collegiality, leadership, and management. And we read it as essential to university life. We will, it says, this important document, which affects all of our lives so much, strive to support the well-being of our staff and our students. Now, it is obvious to all of us here today that this struggle is all about the well-being of our staff and our students. For us, it's about the well-being guaranteed by a secure retirement. And I think we're all keenly aware that if we lose, well, our students probably won't be able to retire at all. Now, on collegiality, I'm very lucky to work in a school where collegiality is a given, where most of my colleagues are my friends. And I'm lucky to work in a school where our senior staff are good, respected leaders. Many of them were on the picket lines with us, showing true leadership over the last 4 weeks. For this strike, this dispute, with all its detrimental impacts, has also shown us a different kind of leadership. We've seen the democratically elected leadership of our tireless branch executive officers. Give them a massive hand. A massive hand of applause. But as well as that, and more than that, we've seen another kind of democratic leadership emerge in this dispute. We've seen leadership by example, where colleagues have not waited to be told what to do. We have not waited for officials to do something for us. We've self-organized, and we've used our considerable expertise and passion and talent to gain political support and solidarity, like we did down the bay last week, like we have since the start with all of our wonderful political supporters, to fight legal battles and open up new fronts. Yesterday with the massive crowdfunding campaign, which reached the 30,000 target within 7 hours. A big hand for that. Let's fight this battle in the courts as well. We've used it to influence public debate and media debate. We've used it to create our own media. A massive hand for that man down there who's filming us now, Paul Allen. Which have gained a nationwide following, and which have buoyed us up, all of us in this country. We've used our talents and our creativity and our expertise also to make our own music. To make our own music, to make our own poetry, to make our own art. And of course, perhaps most importantly, we've used our creativity and talent and passion to teach. We've been teaching in the community centres. We've recreated the university in the community. We have created truly collegial spaces, entirely liberated of management. That's the only word I disagree with in that way forward line that I read out to you at the moment, because we don't need management, and we showed that this week. We have created spaces free of the stifling pressures and constraints and discourses of managerialism. And we don't need it. We are the university. We are the university. I'm almost done. So far, I've used the language of the way forward, and I've referred to you as colleagues. And to be fair, the experiences we've shared in this dispute, on the pickets, in the snow and the rain, in the park, in this space last Tuesday, experiencing direct democracy with all of its empowering and messy beauty. And yes, also in that battered old community centre where we made our Vice Chancellor sweat. That is collegial. Hello, Colin. These have been deeply collegial experiences, but they've been more than that. The bonds that we've been forging in the physical, emotional, and intellectual labour of industrial action are the bonds of comradeship. They are the bonds of comradeship, and that's not something that many of us get to experience very often in life. For some people, we never get to experience it at all, and that is special. That is special, and it makes us stronger. And we should hold on to that. We should let it nourish us. We should let it sustain us, because we will need it in our way forward. We will need it on our way to winning this dispute.